Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast powered by TSH Tennis. I'm Yusuf.
Hi, I'm Ismail.
Hey guys, I'm Haroon.
The 2026 Grand Slam season is officially underway. The Aussie Open has begun. The happy slam. The sun is out. The smiles are glowing. Roger Federer is in town and the draw is out. This episode is going to be fun. We're going to make some picks. We're going to see who got screwed, who got lucky with their draw. Some fireworks in the first round. Who we have as our dark horses? And of course, our champions. But there is no way for us to start out this episode, Smaya, then without doing this. Because the draw comes out, and there's usually one person that you look at the draw and you're like, they got screwed. So I want to ask you first, who got screwed with their draw?
I'm going to shock you with who I believe got screwed with their draw.
Okay.
It's Jannik Sinner.
What?
I don't like his draw. If I'm him, I'm not happy with the way my draw looks either. Yes, sure, Hugo Gaston round one is going to be absolute violence. He might not get more than 3 games. But starting from round 3, he gets João Fonseca, and that's not going to be a fun match. The Brazilians are going to be in attendance, guys. They're going to be cheering for him, and there is going to be the Aussie crowd behind him potentially there. Khachanov round 4 could be Alex Michelsen, not a fun match. Then in the quarterfinal, Ben Shelton or Casper Ruud. Ben Shelton is going to break through at some point. I honestly believe Ben Shelton's not just going to keep losing to Sinner and Alcaraz forever. He's going to get a chance. Novak Djokovic in the semi. Obviously, he prefers to play Novak Djokovic in the final, relatively speaking. I mean, he doesn't get too bothered anymore with Djokovic, but that used to be his kryptonite. And then Djokovic is relatively more fit in the semi than in the final. And then in the final, Carlitos Alcaraz, obviously, for the title, he's going to have to beat him if he wants the title again. So, yeah, I don't love Sinner's path. I think there are some big hiccups along the way. But everything's relative because Sinner's the man. But I would say, I think out of the draws, I think he has the most potholes, I would say.
That's, I disagree completely with you there. We're talking about Jannik Sinner. We're talking about the back-to-back champion.
Yes.
We're talking about a man who has forgotten how to lose, other than a man named Carlos Alcaraz who knows how to beat him every now and then.
Yeah, but he's not going to like this draw. I'm saying, who got screwed? This is not the best draw for him.
Haroon, your thoughts, my friend?
I couldn't disagree more, so I could not disagree more. No, I do not share the same sentiment as you. However, my guy that I think got screwed is Alex the Demon de Minaur. I think he got absolutely screwed. He has a losing record with almost everybody on his path to the final, except Francis Tiafoe and Hamad Medvedev, who he has a 3-1 record against Francis Tiafoe. Okay, maybe Francis also. The head-to-head sometimes doesn't really show because sometimes he can show up out of nowhere and play amazing tennis. And Hamad Medvedev, he never played him before, so that's neutral ground there. But you have Bublik, who he has a positive head-to-head against him. But in 2025, which arguably his best season ever, he lost him both times. So, and everybody else he has a losing record against. So I'm not too optimistic about Demon, even though he's my boy and I want to back him. However, the odds look stacked against him. So I think that he got screwed. And yeah, so from going from round 4 with Bublik, and then he's going to face Alcaraz, Zverev, Djokovic or Sinner. All of these guys, he does not know how to compete with and take to a final set and beat. So this is really, really depressing for Demon. Sorry.
Yeah, and even Berrettini round 1. So his case is up for grabs.
That's great that you picked Alex de Minaur home, because actually I had him as my honorable mention if no one mentioned him, because I think he has probably the most brutal draw. But the person that I do really think has the most brutal and absolutely got screwed with their draw is Sasha Zverev. Sasha Zverev got absolutely screwed with his draw. First of all, we have Gabriel Diallo in round 1. That is not a match that you want in the first round of a Grand Slam. Diallo's on the come up and he is capable of doing damage. And TSH Jimmy absolutely loves Diallo, but that's a tough one to out of the gate. Then you get Popular in round 2, which is an Aussie playing at home, and we know Popular and Smile. Poppy.
Former Masters champion as well. You want a Masters?
Yeah, Masters champion. Cam Norrie on fire, beat Alcaraz to end the season last year, and he's also playing in somewhat of a home court advantage because he lived most of his life in New Zealand. And then you go to Andrei Rublev. Okay, fine. Let's see. I think even playing field, but move on to Medvedev and Aliassime. Then you get Alcaraz and Sinner Djokovic. There is not a single round for Alexander Zverev, honestly, where it's okay, that's his break throughout the entire path. And he has a final to defend. So there's pressure for the points. He has 1,300 points to defend there. So it's actually really tough for Sasha Zverev, and I would say to me, he got screwed the most.
Yeah, that's.
But to give you some pushback, Yusuf, he has an overwhelming positive head-to-head against everybody until he reaches the quarterfinals. So against Rublev, he has a 7-3 head-to-head. Against Norrie never beat him before. Also, Popular never beat him before, and Diallo they never played. So to give you some pushback, it's an easy draw up until the quarters.
That's comforting for me as a Sasha fan because I want to see that. But I saw the draw and I'm like, if I'm anyone, I don't like that draw.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky, and that's a good case for Sasha, Yusuf.
Yeah.
However, how about who got lucky? Yusuf, who got the most lucky with their draw?
You want to hear this?
Open?
You want to hear this?
Yeah.
Well, so I looked at the draws, and there's sometimes you look at these top guys and you're like, you don't give their opponents that much, I guess, as much respect as they deserve because of how great they are. But to me, really, the person that got lucky here is the man who's trying to win that career Grand Slam, and that's Carlos Alcaraz. Carlitos has I would say, and put this on the record, a cakewalk.
Wow.
This entire tournament.
Cakewalk. I'm not ready to go there.
Walton, fine, an Aussie, but Walton to Carlitos is not much. Yannick Hanfmann can show you flashes, but no, not Carlitos Alcaraz.
Mute, your boy.
Mute is my boy, but Mute is my boy for not for being a danger to Carlos Alcaraz. He's my boy because I love the theatrics of it. And I don't even know if the Tommy Paul and Davidovich Fokina make it as far as round 4. Where
Tommy Paul's beaten him though many times.
Tommy Paul does give him fits, but we saw what he did to Tommy Paul at Roland Garros. So
it's clay.
And Tommy Paul's coming off a long injury, by the way. We didn't see Tommy Paul. This is his first tournament back in God knows how long. He lost early in one of the Australian Open tournaments. And then you move on to Bublik, Demon, or I don't think Demon's anything to him. Maybe Bublik if he makes it. And then Sasha.
He's beaten him before.
Yeah, I know. Fine. Yeah, I know. But not that scary. And then Sasha semis, he doesn't get a Novak Djokovic, for example, in the semis, which we could say, you could make the argument that Carlitos actually would like to play Novak now. But Sasha is the one who needs to get that monkey off his back and beat these guys again. And then you make it to the final, it's the big dance. You have to face one of the big dogs. Either you get Novak or you get Sinner. But the path all the way to the final is as good as you would like for Carlos Alcaraz. And his hope of winning that career slam, being the youngest to ever do it, is looking very, very bright. If I'm a Carlos Alcaraz fan, just like you, a big fan, Smail, I should be very happy with his draw.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Sinner. There's very
you picked Sinner got screwed.
Yeah, but they're both it's hard to identify hiccups. I'm not ready to call it cakewalk, but it's a good case. Haroon, in your opinion, who got the most lucky with their draw?
So the luckiest guy on tour right now, the luckiest draw, in my opinion, is the man himself, Jannik Sinner. I think Jannik Sinner has a cakewalk. I think he has a cakewalk. And by the way, let me not say this. It's not a cakewalk. It's not on paper rationally easier than Alcaraz's draw. However, I think that it's the best draw. So he has an overwhelming positive head-to-head against everybody in that path. There's nobody that knows how to remotely beat him. So obviously the only one in his path that can maybe somewhat play with him is Carlos Alcaraz. Novak Djokovic in the semis, he has that in the bag. Shelton, last 9 times they played, he beat him 8 times. And so he has an undefeated record in the last 8 times they played. Ruud, who could be a possible also matchup against him as well, never beat him before, 4 times undefeated. And then you have Karen Khachanov, who also does not know how to beat him. They played 5 times before. The last time he beat him was in 2020, and he barely beat him in a super tight match in the U.S. Open in 2020, which was a completely different person also. And then you have actually Duckworth, he has a win over Sinner in 2021 in an ATP Masters in Canada, which is wild. But also that's in 2021 when Sinner was a different player. And then Hugo Gaston, who is also he's an up and coming player as well, great guy, but still he lost twice to him both times. So this is a cakewalk. He's the luckiest guy right now, and I think that Sinner has a great draw right ahead of him. And also, these are good enough players where he can feel like I'm improving, I'm trying things, I'm sharpening my knives. They're like not to feel like, oh wow, nobody's
giving Fonseca though. You skipped over Fonseca in round 3.
Sure. That's Fonseca is second to Alcaraz, the toughest guy that he's gonna face. But still, Fonseca's not ready to take over Sinner. He's not ready to take over Sinner. I think it's going to be super fun, but he's not ready yet.
Well, I mean, it was interesting how you did that in reverse order from final down, which is shows you that he's automatically guaranteed
but
final.
The question I always ask myself is who can beat Sinner? Who's
and who can beat Alcaraz? They're both. It's the same.
Alcaraz hasn't. No, we're talking about the Australian Open. If you give me another tournament, but we're talking Australian Open. Alcaraz has lost to many players at the Australian Open. Yannick Sinner,
but now, for a year,
he hasn't lost many players in general. As opposed to Sinner. Sinner doesn't have that many. He doesn't have a variety of players beating him when he became this new version at the end of 2023. So
and Alcaraz neither, by the way. Ever since, if we say he graduated since Rotterdam of last year, no one has been able to beat this man either. They're in another.
Norrie Norrie beat him in Paris.
Yeah, and he lost in Tbilisi. But I love that you're holding on to Carlos Alcaraz as dominant as Yannick Sinner.
As what?
As dominant as Yannick Sinner.
He has been. You have to give him credit.
Well, how about you, Smite?
We are talking about the Australian Open, but fine. Go ahead, Smite.
For Australian Open, well, I have Novak Djokovic as the most lucky.
Really?
Wow.
With his draw. I actually really love his draw. Harun, I love the argument that you're saying that for Sinner, he's overwhelmingly dominant against his opponents. The same can be said for Novak Djokovic going into his draw for the most part. He has Pedro Martinez in round 1. That's going to be night sleep tight. Terence Atman.
They never played.
For the GOAT. Night sleep tight as well. He's not ready for this fire from Novak Djokovic in a best of 5. Brendan Nakashima has never played him. He's much improved. He's going to be a problem. But I expect Novak to handle him. It's just going to be a question of conserving energy. Jakub Menchik, yes, he did get a nice win over him in Miami last year. But Jakub has yet to prove he's a Grand Slam type of player. I don't expect much issues there. He ends up with Fritz or Musetti in the quarterfinals. Never lost to Fritz. Dominates Musetti. There's no concern or question there. Yannick in the semi. He prefers to have Yannick in the semi. If I were him and I was his coach, I'd be like, thank God Yannick in the semi in Australia is what I want. I don't want Yannick in the final when the gas is out of the tank and I have no prior experience beating him in the past year plus. So having Yannick in the semi is much better than Yannick in the final. And then Carlos in the final, yeah, because he's now going to have to beat both Yannick and Carlos. And, well, Carlos has never made the final, so at least he's really having to see Carlos goes all the way to play him in the title match. So this is the best case scenario for Djokovic for the draw that he wants to see. Now it's up to him to conserve energy in the early rounds to leave enough gas in the tank for Yannick in the semi. That's it. He can beat everyone with half the gas in the tank with his 50% of his level, with all due respect to even Fritz and Musetti and Jakub. But now it's about, can he conserve energy for the Yannick match in the semi?
Yeah.
It's a great
He
case.
was on my list. But
Me as well.
I think Carlitos has a more luckier draw. But you're right. I think Novak, this is an amazing draw. We just saw him play against Tiafoe a practice match, and he was looking good, and he's looking healthy. Let's see. I hope, like you say, Ismail, I hope he conserves his energy and we see him in the semifinals against Sinner, not gassed.
He can't afford to lose any sets to Atman,
Yeah.
to
Nakashima.
Nakashima, and to Fritz.
But that's the thing. All of these guys are workhorses. That's the thing. All these guys are workhorses.
Nakashima's going to make him work. Like, unless he plays like the aggressive style he's capable.
He can dominate Nakashima.
He can dominate, but Nakashima's gonna force him to play like
If
to
he
work.
makes it that far, let's see.
Yeah, Nakashima also has to make it that far.
Like
but
those first 4 rounds, it could be completely different from 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be, and he has to. They're new players, like he hasn't played them, so they could shock him, and then. Sometimes Novak takes a set to adapt, and then he settles into the match because sometimes he has nerves. He can't afford it if he wants to really win the title. If he wants Grand Slam 25, he can't afford it.
Yeah.
And he also loves going like 4 and 5 with Musetti all the time. With Musetti and Fritz, all these guys. And Menchik beats him before in a Masters final, so he's going to want to also grind him. These guys are going to want to push him. If he can secure it in the back quickly, then he's in a good position. I agree.
Yeah. Guys, let us know who you think got screwed, who you think got lucky with the draw. We made our picks. Let us know yours in the comments because we are sure that you guys have some interesting insights about what just went down in the draw.
And subscribe so you can always follow what we're talking about.
Okay, guys. So we all agree that Sinner, Alcaraz, and Djokovic are the 3 heavy favorites, the top 3 heavy favorites to win the Australian Open. However, here's this. Who's the 4th favorite for the Australian Open? Yusuf, who's your 4th favorite?
That's such a great question to ask because it really is open, right? Like you could go down the rankings and be like, I give this guy a shot, this guy a shot, this guy a shot. It's been close. First of all, it's Sinner, Alcaraz, and then there's a big gap, then there's Novak, and then there's a gigantic gap. But to me, the man that is going to close that gap, that's right there. And for me, actually, when I thought of it for like 5 minutes, I'm like, he's my clear-cut pick. And my 4th favorite for the Australian Open is Daniil Medvedev. He is a 2-time finalist at this tournament. He was a few games away against Rafa, and we remember what happened there. And we saw what he did. He was able to go back to the final again. He looks like he's back to his best. So if you ask me, I'm high on Daniil Medvedev in 2026, and I am high on Daniil Medvedev in the Australian Open, and the 4th favorite for the Aussie Open for me, by far, without a doubt, as clear as day, is Daniil Medvedev.
Okay, how about you, Smile?
It's solid. That's a solid one, Haroon. Honestly, I was between Medvedev and who I'm about to say, but since you said Medvedev, I'm going to take my other guy.
Who's that?
And that's Ben Shelton. Ben Shelton never loses before the quarterfinal in Grand Slams anymore. He never loses to anyone other than Sinner or Alcaraz.
Facts.
And it's only a matter of time before he's a perennial semi-finalist, perennial, who knows, maybe finalist of slams on the surfaces that he's best at. He doesn't lose to anyone else. I look at this draw, I look at his quarter of the draw, I see it looks pretty good for him. I mean, he's preferred over Vacherot, Shapovalov, Ruud, and then eventually Jannik Sinner in the quarterfinal. And yes, Jannik Sinner is his hiccup, but we saw last year he got much better at playing Jannik Sinner than ever before. And we know big boy Benny Schultz does not fear the moment. He does not fear anyone. He has the swagger, he has the game and the power and fitness to match a Jannik and a Carlos. He played Carlos great even on clay. He played Sinner amazing on hard. He does it all. So Ben Shelton for me, I'm waiting to see when he can crack. I'm hoping it's soon. Yes, it might be a hard stop at Jannik, but you know what? He's going to have a heck of a swing along the way.
What?
That's those are all great rational arguments that Wow, you guys are very
I was
logical
going
there.
irrational, and I think what he's about to do. I think I know what he's about to do. Oh my God.
Ready for this?
Go ahead.
Ready for this?
Oh my-
Ready for this?
Are you gonna go where I did not dare?
Go,
Yes,
Harun.
yes,
Take
I am.
it home.
It's Valjean Fonseca. It's Valjean Fonseca. It's the fourth to win Australian Open. All the logic goes out the window. We've seen these guys for years. They haven't done jack. Nobody has any chance to say it against all of these top guys. We need magic. We need new blood, fresh blood. Valjean Fonseca. And he's the guy that's going to take them down. I have it all. If he just gets over Sinner, this guy is going to be guns blazing. Yeah, Valjean Fonseca. Let's go.
I love it. I love it.
Oh
I love
my
that
God.
pick. I love that pick. I love it. Like
Of course, but you love it, but you weren't man enough to make it.
No,
He was man enough to make
I
it.
love that he made it. I love that.
Why didn't you make it?
He's more courageous than me. He's more courageous than me.
Wow,
More courageous. I'm now regretting it. You wait and see. I might surprise you coming up in the episode.
You can't. Harun has claimed Valjean Fonseca for the next 2 weeks.
Not
He
yet.
claimed it.
Not yet.
We have
He
some
said
more
fourth
picks.
favorite. He didn't make his dark horse pick. He didn't make. Let's
His
see.
champion. Are you going champion? Are you going?
Wait to see.
Oh
Wait
my
to
God.
see.
Okay. Well, let's get fun picks. I can't wait to see. Wow. You have me confused right now.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes down.
Let's see.
But let's move into
By the way,
first-
sorry. Let me add some rationale. If any of these logic bros want something there, he's never played anybody in this draw except Karen Khachanov. So everybody, it's a fresh matchup for everybody. So nobody's gonna know what hit them. They're all gonna get hit in the mouth. Rublev didn't know what was happening last year, and this is a new wow. So let's go wow.
I love it. I love it so much, Harun. What an amazing. I love it so much. Amazing. And in the meantime, before we get to that matchup between Sinner, there are so many amazing first round matches.
Yeah.
So let's get into the first round fireworks. We're going to list them. We'll make our quick picks, see who's going to go in. Let's start off with Berrettini versus Demon Hour. Yusuf, who's going to win this one?
Oh my God! Alex the Demon Hour at home. Give me Matteo Berrettini to take down Alex Demon Hour to force the upset to start off the Australian Open.
Wow.
Oh my
Harun,
God.
who's going?
Oh my God.
No, I can't go against my boy Demon. Although it's a tricky matchup, but at home, at best season in 2025, no, he's gonna have to at least secure that first win.
I'm going Matteo Berrettini.
Oh,
He's 3-2 against the Demon. He's last. Beat him on outdoor hard in Miami. I'm going with Berrettini here. He also is good in Australia. Beginning of the year, he's healthy. Let's go Berrettini, baby.
Oh, I pray to God he stays healthy. But I might be going off the hype of that Harun was giving in Fonseca like it was a quick transition. I'm
No
taking that
excuses.
too.
No excuses.
I'm going with it. Berrettini, make me proud. Sorry, Demon.
We also have round one. Sasha Zverev against Gabriel Diallo. This is spicy. Yusuf, who's going through here?
No man. Sasha wins this match. I love Diallo. I think he's coming, but not this tournament.
How many
not this
sets,
match.
by the way?
Give me Sasha in 4.
Harun, you backing Sasha?
No, I'm backing Sasha here. Diallo, great player, but still, he's nowhere near Sasha Zverev right now.
How many sets?
I think this is going to be a tight 3 sets. Like it's straights, but maybe might go to a tie break one of them or something.
Wow, I think Gabriel Diallo is up and coming. He likes to have a good match in the first round. I have Sasha as well, but in 5. Book a 5-setter.
Wow.
Sasha's often
5.
nervous in these early rounds, by the way. Sasha in 5.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right, let's go into Sasha Bublik against Jensen Brooks. A brutal match. Harun, who's going through in this one?
Bublik, by the way, is shaky when these matchups, by the way, because Brooksby is a tough player and he's not easy to beat at all. But Bublik is now in the top 10 and he's like enjoying this phase that he's in right now. So if he can't prove that he's a top 10 guy that can beat these guys consistently, then I don't know what to believe. So I'm taking Bublik in 4 sets.
Yusuf, Bublik here to stay?
I love the way you're thinking, Haroon. He needs to prove it. He's on another. Jensen Brooksby, this might be the worst matchup you can get in the first round if you're a top 10 seed. Jensen Brooksby, an absolute baller. But no, I'm taking Sasha. I think he's in a different place right now. And also, he, like Haroon said, he needs to show us that he is up to going deep in tournaments now. We have big expectations for him end of season tonight.
So how many and how many?
No, I think he beats him in straight sets.
Wow, I think Brooksby's a horrible matchup for Sasha because Brooksby's going to make you work. I don't think he'll like to play this workhorse because also Brooksby can attack. So I also see Sasha coming through in 5 as well.
Oh my God,
I think this is going to go 5. Book this one as a 5-set match. All right, Haroon, coming to you here, we have Fabio Maruchan against Artur Rinderknecht, the rising story from last year. Maruchan on fire. Who goes through?
No, I'm going for Fabio Maruchan. I think Maruchan is, he wants this to be his breakout year. And I think Rinderknecht is still obsessed about losing to Vacherot twice in a row. I think he's shaking up a bit. So I'm taking Maruchan here in straight sets.
Wow, Yusuf, Rinderknecht has showed this amazing form last year.
He has, but Maruchan really is sneaky good. Like, he's not getting enough love for how good he is. I think Maruchan's going to be breaking and getting even higher in the ranking. So give me Maruchan in 4 sets.
Wow, I'm going against you guys here. I like Artur Rinderknecht. He has the game. Also, he just beat him last year before the Shanghai Masters or after he had taken down Maruchan in straights. So give me Rinderknecht in 4 sets.
Okay.
All right, Yusuf, coming to you with your boy Lorenzo Musetti. He's getting Rafael Coligno, a rising player, round 1. Who's going through here?
You know, Musetti's my boy. I did not like seeing Rafael Coligno's name in the draw when I saw it. But, you know, Musetti has proven he's a big-time player. He shows up in slams. Give me Lorenzo Musetti in straight sets to take down the up-and-coming Rafael Coligno.
Wow. Haroon, you have Musetti in straights?
Rafael Coligno took down my boy Casper Ruud in the first round of the US Open. And I think he's going to do magic again and take down Lorenzo Musetti. He is going to be a star of a player. And Lorenzo Musetti is going to go down.
But Casper Ruud doesn't win matches at the US Open. Like, Musetti's different.
He's a finalist. He made it to a final before. What's he talking about?
Not anymore. Yeah, but not anymore. Ever since then, he
Not
hasn't done
anymore.
Jacko at the US Open. Anyways.
Coligno upsetting Lorenzo Musetti. That's a shocker. That's a shocker for me.
You went there with him.
No, I'm not ready to go there.
Don't
Lorenzo
go.
Musetti is an established player.
Yes, sir.
Coligno is absolute problems. I booked this one for Musetti, but in a tough 4-set battle.
Okay.
This one is going to be very, very close.
Okay.
Yusuf, we have Grigor Dimitrov back from injury against Thomas Machac in round 1. This is going to be a tough one. Who is going through here?
Absolutely brutal match in the first round. But give me the one and only Grigor Dimitrov to take down Thomas Machac. And I think he does it in at least 4 sets. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But I say Dimi.
Ooh, Haroon, you backing Dimi?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I think I'm going for Dimitrov as well. I think Dimitrov likes these big occasions. And now he's going to be back. He's coming back from his sad Wimbledon loss. Well, when he had to withdraw against Sinner. I think Machac also chokes in these moments. So I'm going for Dimitrov on this one, man.
Well, you know what, Haroon? You took the words out of my mouth. Machac, what an unstable, fluctuating player. I can never bet on Thomas Machac, even though he showed magic before against Alcaraz and even Djokovic. But no, I'm going with Dimitrov here. 4 sets battle. I think Dimi does it pretty convincingly. All right, we have Hubie Hurkacz against Zizou Bergs. Both looked amazing in the United Cup. Yusuf, who do you got going through?
Zizou Bergs, he's my guy. I'm telling you, he's going to leap this year. And guess what? He's going to take down the in-form Hubie Hurkacz in 4 sets to move on. By the way, but just to say, this is a very, very tough match for both of these guys. I feel bad for both, but Zizou Bergs gets through.
It's a fire match, Haroon. Are you backing Yusuf?
You guys remember what I said when I got clowned when I said that Hubie Hurkacz has the potential to be one of the best players of all time, one of the most talented players of all time? So I'm going with Hubie Hurkacz to take down Zizou Bergs. It's going to be a wild game, and he's going to probably break my heart, but I'm still going with Hubie Hurkacz to take down Zizou Bergs.
How many sets, Haroon?
I think it's going to be a tight 4 sets.
Tight
4
4
sets.
sets for the great step.
Wow. Yusuf, both of these guys have equally broken my heart so much in the past year plus.
Yeah.
But you know, Hubi Hurkacz has broken my heart way more times than Zizou Bergs.
You had him entering the top 10.
And he absolutely demolished my heart.
He went
falling out of the top
far away
80.
as he can. Injury though, injury.
Injury prone, yeah, injury. It doesn't matter. I'm going with Zizou Bergs. I'm backing Zizou. I think he's here to stay. Zizou Bergs in a 5-setter where whoever wins loses in the next round.
It's hilarious though, Haroon not doubling down, tripling down on that Hurkacz take.
I love it.
Well
He
done,
has
my
the
friend.
potential to be
Well
one of the
done.
most talented players of all time.
Oh, potential.
I love it, love it.
If
Give it to me. Give it
does
to me
not
more.
exist. Rafa.
However, Haroon, big boy Benny Schultz has Ugo Humbert in round 1. Who you have going through?
We're calling him Big Boy Benny Schultz for a reason. So this is a match that he should win. So I'm going for Benny Schultz here in, let's say, straights. Ugo Humbert is a great player, but I think Ben Schultz should take him down easy.
Straights, Yusuf, you backing this?
There are like 5 people that I name straight off the top of my head that shine on Grand Slam stages, and Biggie Boy Ben Shelton, Biggie Boy Ben Shelton
Yeah.
is one of them.
There we
Ben
go.
Shelton, straight sets.
Straight
against
sets.
Humbert.
Nice. I'm also with you guys. Big boy Benny Schultz in 4, though. I'm giving Humbert 4. First round of a slam, I'll have Big boy Benny warming up.
Okay.
Haroon, Karen Khachanov, a player you like, against another player like Alex Mikkelsen, Christoph Liegensboy, our friend of the show. Go check out his episode. Best coach in the business. Haroon, who do you have going through?
We're super high on Christoph, right? We're super high on Christoph, his guy. They played each other, by the way, twice last year in 2025. And actually, Alex Mikkelsen won in the Australian Open last year as well. So I'm going for Alex Mikkelsen to take down Karen Khachanov. I think it's going to be an epic match, 5-setter, but I think that Alex Mikkelsen takes him down.
Yusuf, you backing this?
You know, Alex Mikkelsen is one of those players, and we talked to Christoph, and he said he's not afraid of anyone. Not Alcaraz, not Sinner, not Tsitsipas. No, I said Tsitsipas, but yeah, he's not afraid of anyone.
Well, he beat Tsitsipas last year in
And
Aussie Open.
I
that's
feel
why.
bad for both of these guys because both of these guys should not be having to play this match in the first round of the Australian Open. But this is what we have, and this is the beauty of the sport. Alex Mikkelsen wins this one, though. I think it goes down in 4 sets, but Mikkelsen's going to have a big splash this year alongside Christoph Liegen. Let's see it happen starting from the Australian Open.
I love it. I love it. Yusuf, we saw Mikkelsen, remember when he got injured and he was serving forehands instead of overhead serve? That was amazing. He's not afraid of anyone. He's a dog. Absolute dog. I'm also going Alex Mikkelsen here in 5 sets because Khachanov is a serious contender with Grand Slam experience. It's going to be a tough match.
Contender
Winner, potentially going to face Sinner in round 4, though. Spicy match coming.
Yikes.
All right, one final one here, Yusuf. Krejcikova against Diana Schneider in round 1 on the women's side. Who do you have going through here?
Tough one because you have a Grand Slam champ against a player who we think has potential. And TSH Jimmy absolutely loves Diane Schneider. And let me make him happy. And I'm going to go Diane Schneider takes down Barbara Krejcikova to move on to the second round of the Aussie Open and completes the upset.
Okay. Haroon, you backing this up? You have Krejcikova gone?
When you have slam winners, you have to back up the slam winners. The 2-time slam champion, and also like she's always goes deep in slams. So, and she just came off a quarterfinal in the U.S. Open. So I think she's going to want to go even further in Australian Open. She never got past the quarterfinal Australian Open before. So I think this is the time for her to go deep. Krejcikova is going to win.
I love it. I love it. I'm also backing Krejcikova, Grand Slam champ, Grand Slam experience. I have her going over Schneider.
Well, we have to see and find out. Well, guys, we always see these draws and we think, oh my God, how far is this player going to go? How far is this player going to go? But you know what's nice? When we match up 2 guys that are pretty much the same caliber of player and see how far either of them will go. Well, how about this? Let's do the Who Goes Further segment. I'm going to tell you 2 players and you tell me which one of these 2 is going to go further at the Australian Open. Fair?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Haroon, first up, João Fonseca and Lerner Tien. Who goes further at the AO?
I told you guys that Wow Joao is my 4th favorite to win the Australian Open, so I'm going with Wow Joao. I think Wow Joao is going to go further. Tien also has a better draw than Wow Joao, but still, I'm going with Wow Joao to go further.
Smile.
Yusuf, Wow Joao has Yannick Sinner around 3. Lerner Tien has a tough match with Giron in round 1, but I'm going with my boy Vacherot here. I'm going to ride with him. He's an absolute dog, ready for the big fights. I'm going with Vacherot.
You say Joao's ready for the big fights. You know who has proven that he can win in the Australian Sun? Who has proven that he can outlast Grand Slam winners and Grand Slam finalists? Lerner the Burner Tien.
He's a beast.
And he is going to remind everyone, because he's going to be on the big stage, that he can go deep. Felix Auger-Aliassime, watch out, because Lerner's coming your way. I say Lerner goes further.
Lerner's here, man.
Then how about this one? Alexander Zverev or Daniil Medvedev? Who goes further, Smile, at the Australian Open?
Yusuf, we just talked about how Zverev has a pretty tricky draw from the beginning, actually from the get-go. Pretty challenging. Medvedev, I like where he sits in the draw. I think he's in form right now. He's having a nice comeback. I have Mehdi here. He's 2-time Slam finalist here, Yusuf. I have Mehdi.
Haroon.
I'm going with Sasha Zverev on this one. You guys are high on Medvedev, but also, let's not forget, Zverev made a final last year, and it was also a not so great year for him. I think he wants to make up for that, and I think Zverev goes further this time.
Yusuf, break the tie.
I said 2026 is the comeback year for Daniil Medvedev, and this is how it's going to start. He is going to go further than Sasha Zverev to start off the season, and I think he's going to do some special stuff these 2 weeks.
Let's see.
Well, how about this one, Haroon? Taylor Fritz or Lorenzo Musetti? Who goes further at the AO?
I told you that Rafael Colignon is going to put the hard stop to Lorenzo Musetti's path, and I think Musetti is not going to go further than Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz is, by the way, a guy that always goes deep in the Australian Open and Slam, so you have to respect and put respect on his name. So Taylor Fritz is going further.
Smite.
Yusuf, I'm also backing Taylor Fritz here. I just think that he's more Grand Slam ready on hard. He owns the head-to-head also versus Musetti. So he's 3-2, and they might potentially face each other if indeed he gets by Rafael Colignon, Lorenzo. So let's see. But I have Fritz going a bit further, Yusuf.
Lorenzo Musetti has proven that he is much more than a clay court player. He made it to semifinal in Wimbledon. He made it to the quarterfinal of the US Open. What more does the man need to show you guys that he keeps improving year in and year out? Lorenzo Musetti is going to go further than a hampered Taylor Fritz. I think in 2026, we're going to see Lorenzo Musetti do some special things. And also, it starts at the AO.
Let's see.
Well, this is a tricky one, Smail. Sasha Bublik or Felix Auger-Aliassime? Who goes further at the AO?
Yusuf, Bublik has a tough, spicy match because he has Brooksby in round 1, which is going to be tough. Yeah. And Felix Auger-Aliassime has a hard stop at Lerner Tien in round 3. So I am, for the sake of this pick, I'm going with Bublik, getting past Brooksby, and then getting past Auger-Aliassime. Potentially he's going to go further.
I don't like the disrespect on Felix Auger-Aliassime. Felix Auger-Aliassime proved to everybody that this is a top 5 guy and he's not afraid of anybody. I'm going Felix Auger-Aliassime. I think Bublik is going to go out before him.
You haven't beaten Lerner, Haroon?
What are you talking about? Felix Auger-Aliassime is it's going to be a great match, but what are you talking about? Lerner is automatically better than Felix Auger-Aliassime all of a sudden right now? Felix Auger-Aliassime is a top 5 player. He only lost to Sinner last year as of late. Like he was grinding. The guy was a beast. What are you talking about?
Yusuf, break the tie.
You know, the tournaments before the Australian Open are an indicator of what actually happens. We saw what Madsen Keys did last year. We saw Yuri Lehechka also was similar to a player. He had a deep run at the AO last year. How about this? Sasha Bublik, what did he just do? He just won a tournament in Hong Kong. So he's coming in hot. He's coming filled with confidence into the top 10. Now is the time for him to show us who he is. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go further than FAA. And FAA does not show us much in the beginning of the season.
No, you're wrong. He had a great start to the season last year.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I don't see it. I'm a bit skeptical. So that's why I'm taking Sasha Bublik to go further.
Let's go.
Well, last but not least, which is probably the most fun one that we have. Haroon, Stefanos Tsitsipas or Valentin Vacherot? Who goes further at the Australian Open?
Moment of silence for Stefanos Tsitsipas. R.I.P. Valentin Vacherot. W goes further. W is a spicy special player, and he's guns blazing. He has power. He has the serve. He has the movement. He moves great. I don't think that he has the same firepower. I don't think Tsitsipas has the same firepower as W. Valentin Vacherot. I think Valentin Vacherot goes further.
Smite.
Yusuf, Valentin Vacherot has a nice place in the draw where he can actually do something special potentially, but he does have Ben Shelton in round 3 where I have that as a hard stop because big boy Benny Shelton is here. On the other hand, Stefanos Tsitsipas, he's with Musetti, there's Fritz, but you know what? He owns the head-to-head against both players. Mushizuki round 1, he just beaten him in the United Cup anyways. Give me Stefanos Tsitsipas going further than Valentin
I
Vacherot.
absolutely love it. The fact that you believe in Stefanos Tsitsipas is exactly what we need to see. And what you say, I buy. And the person that is going to go further between these two is 1,000% Valentin Vacherot. Because Valentin Vacherot has shown us in Adelaide that he can win matches against big guys. He showed this in Paris. He also gave us some of it in Basel when he took Fritz to the brinks. He is going to continue. Tsitsipas, I believe, will have a good season. But I think Vacherot might go further. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Let us know, guys, who you think is going to go further between these guys. Would love to know. All of us are on different sides. All of us have different takes. Please let us know what you think also about these matchups of who goes further.
And subscribe for all your latest news on the Australian Open. We'll be here after every single round.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're always talking about who's going to be the first seed to go back home. So let's move into who's taking the first flight home. I want you to tell me a top 10 player on the women's side that's going to leave the tournament first. Yusuf, who's yours?
You know, it's always up in the air. The women's side, it's so unexpected, except like the top 3, 4. But outside of that, anything can happen. And the person that I am going with is someone who everyone loves. And everyone cheers for whenever she's on the court. But I think she's going to have an early exit. I think Jasmine Paolini is going home early at the Australian Open.
That's sad.
Don't ask me why, I just feel it.
She's a seasoned player, but let's see. You never know on the women's side. Haroon, do you
That's
agree
sad.
with Paolini or you have someone else?
I have somebody else. I think this is going to be a wild tournament, by the way. I think seeds are going to go down left and right. However, the first person that I have going home is Iga Swiatek. I think Iga's going to go home. Iga's going to go flying back, going to eat some meat and potatoes or some pasta with some strawberries or whatever. I think that this is going to be the beginning of a slow downfall season for Iga Swiatek.
Wow. That's a shocker.
What?
An absolute shocker.
Iga?
An absolute
Iga?
shocker.
Haroon,
It's
Iga?
going to come out of nowhere. I think I've
Iga,
been
the
seeing
world
little
number 2.
small signs
In-
of that she's not unbeatable. She sometimes goes like a freight train and beats guys, but then she loses unexpected losses. So I don't really trust her. I think that somebody's going to find a way to take her down early on.
That's the first wild take of the season?
Wow, that's a strong one.
Oh, my God.
For me, guys, I have Mira Andreeva going home. She has
Really?
not looked that great to start the season. And Donna Vekic round 1. TSH Jimmy loves Donna Vekic. He's given me an insider tip that Donna Vekic is going to do it. I'm taking Mira Andreeva to go home. First fight home for Mira Andreeva.
Is that an excuse? So if it doesn't happen, then it
Absolutely. 100% blaming it on TSH Jimmy if it doesn't work out. But no, I actually think that this is not going to be the best start that she wants.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
However, let's move to the men's side. Who's taking the first flight home on the men's side? Top 10 player that will leave the tournament first. Yusuf, who's leaving?
There are 2 players that I believe are going home early. And one of them I will not name because I want to name the second one. And that is Felix Auger-Aliassime.
Come on.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, Haroon. I'm sorry. I
Come
I
on.
love him and I expect him to be a big time player. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling it this Australian Open. I'd love to be surprised, but I'm going to say FAA is going home first.
I mean, it's not that wild in my opinion. Haroon, who do you have going out first, Haroon?
No, it's super wild. Like I said, I think seeds are going to go left and right. Maybe Felix. However, I don't think Felix, though. I disagree with that. I don't like it. However, my guy, I think it's Lorenzo Musetti. Your guy, Yusuf, I think he's going to go early. I think he's going to eat some pasta and pizza with Iga, and they're going to have some strawberry pasta or whatever. Strawberry pasta syrup together on their flight to first class Emirates or something like that.
Wow. He has Rafael Colinia downing your boy in round 1. That is a big, bold prediction. For me, guys, I have Berrettini downing Alex the Demon Hour in Australia, going to leave early. It is bold because Australia, he tends to do pretty solid.
Yeah.
He'll have the home crowd, but Berrettini, beginning of the season, looking healthy, finding some good form. he actually beat him towards in the beginning of last year early as well, if I remember correctly. I have Berrettini continuing. I have Demon going home early.
Oof.
Sorry, Demon.
I also see that happening. You know, we're going to find out. But those are clearly, I think our picks are sane. Haroon, your picks are insane. Insane.
Let us know what you think of. Let's know what you guys think of all our wild picks.
Yeah, we've all made wild picks here, clearly. Well, I guess you could say so. But anyways.
All right, guys. Who is your dark horse? But let me first explain what the dark horse is. The criteria for picking a dark horse, you have to pick somebody outside of the top 10, and they have to reach at least the quarterfinal. All right? Starting with the women's side, Smail, who is your dark horse that you think is going to make it to the quarterfinals and is not in the top 8?
Yusuf, this player is doing really well in the United Cup. She had an excellent United Cup. She's capable of beating top players. She's been at the top of the game before. Give me Maria Sakkari for a deep run at the Australian Open. She's going to be in at least the quarterfinals. I believe it. I think she can do it. I like where she is in the draw, by the way. I think she can do some nice damage.
By the way, that's an amazing pick just for the story, because I think she was thinking of retiring, and here she is back, and she can make a deep run. That would be awesome to see.
Yeah, she has
the person that I believe is going to show us and remind us and tell everyone that she's back on the biggest of stages, the queen after the queen. The one, the only Naomi Osaka is going to be my dark horse for the Australian Open.
Okay.
She's been coming for a while. She's been knocking on the door, and she's like, I'm going to break through. I'm coming. And she's coming this tournament.
Okay.
Book it. You're going to see it happen.
Haroon, who's yours?
Interesting picks. Here's somebody that Naomi Osaka has nightmares about, who is Victoria Mboko, who took her down in a final of the WTA 1000. I think Victoria Mboko is going to go deep in this Australian Open, and it's going to be marvelous.
Okay.
So some interesting picks, guys. Let us know what you guys think. But let's move on to the men's side. So who is your dark horse? Again, the criteria has to be somebody outside of the top 8. They have to reach at least the quarterfinal. Yusuf, who is your dark horse?
My dark horse is a player that we have all been high on, that we have all seen succeed on the grandest of stages, that can lift his nation to a title. Give me the one, the only, Flavio Cobolli as the dark horse for the 2026 Australian Open. Flavio Cobolli is on the rise. It's going to continue in 2026, and it begins with the very, very first Grand Slam of the season.
Wow, that's spicy. That's a spicy pick. Yusuf.
Spicy. What about you, Smail?
Guys, I like where this guy sits in the draw. He's looking like he's refinding his form again. He's rejoined back with his papa as coach. He has a winning head-to-head against everyone in his path, including Musetti, including Fritz. Give me Stefanos Tsitsipas back in the quarterfinals of Australian Open. Former finalist in Australia. He's finding his confidence again, guys. I think he's finding his form. This is going to be his season. He's going to show he belongs. Stefanos Tsitsipas, welcome back to the top of the sport.
What a wild and bold pick, Sai. That's an extremely bold pick, I have to say.
Extremely bold. Extremely bold indeed.
How about you, Haroon?
Extremely bold. But my guy is Valentin Vacherot. I think Valentin Vacherot is going to go deep in this Australian Open title. And I think he's going to reach probably maybe the quarterfinal. I think he's going to maybe take down Ben Shelton. If I was Ben Shelton, I would be afraid. He's my dark horse. Everybody in his path should be very afraid. Valentin Vacherot, W, guys.
That's a bold pick, Haroon. Yusuf, Cobolli's at 20. Tsitsipas, my guy, is at 31.
Yeah.
And Valentin Vacherot at 30. So technically, I'm the boldest one, but let's see who makes it through.
I agree. You are the boldest one, Smile. You are the boldest.
On paper, technically, I am the boldest one.
You did all that just to glaze yourself.
Just to make it clear to everyone that I have made the boldest pick.
I agree. It is the boldest pick. It is by far the boldest pick.
Well, we need you to believe in Tsitsipas, because if it's not you, who is it?
I'm believing, guys. I'm believing. Valentin, though, if he beats Ben Shelton, that would be huge.
It would be huge.
It would be huge.
And he has shown size that he can go, but we've yet to see it at the Slam. Maybe the Australian Open is the tournament where it happens.
And then Cobolli's going to have to beat Bublik, and then potentially Demon, Berrettini, Tiafoe, whoever's going to be out from there.
Never know. Flavio Cobolli's on the rise. Well, guys, we made lots of different picks. We made our dark horse picks. Who's going home? Our first round fireworks. Fourth favorite. But now it's time for the granddaddy of them all. And that is picking your Aussie Open champion. Are you ready?
Kind of. I'm here for it, though.
Haroon, are you ready? It's time.
Let's go.
Ismail, Haroon, I need you guys to tell me who
Let's
you
go.
believe is going to go home in 2 weeks' time as the Australian Open champion on the women's side. Haroon.
Oh, this is going to be a spicy one for you guys. But listen to this. I think Madison Keys is going to lift the title again. It is going to go on a gladiator galactic run. She's going to take everybody down in her path. And it's going to be also a gladiator path. It's going to be glorious and wonderful. And oh my gosh, she's going to be in legendary status. Madison Keys, let's go to lift the title of the Aussie Open. Ayo.
Ooh, that's a bold pick, Yusuf.
Oh, so go ahead. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Go ahead.
I'm going with a seasoned but young champion, multiple Grand Slam winner, player who's looked absolutely fiery in the beginning of the season, absolutely torched Iga Swiatek in the United Cup. Give me Coco Gauff lifting the Australian Open trophy.
Wow.
I think she can do it. She's looking amazing, so composed, so solid. Coco Gauff going home with the Australian Open trophy.
Wow. Coco, so she's going to pick up another slam. Nice.
Your
Well,
turn,
guess
Yusuf.
what, guys? No Sabalenka from either of you.
I'm sorry, Arena. I mean, sir, Arena's awesome. I just feel it. I feel Coco. I feel it.
Well, you guys aren't going
No Arena, no
Sabalenka.
Iga, and no Elena Rybakina.
Oh my God. Well, I'm going to go with the player that has proven that she can overcome every single obstacle in her path. That can show everyone that she is ready to take the next step. That she is the one who is ready to be called a Grand Slam champion. The winner of the 2026 Australian Open is going to be the mental giant, Amanda Anisimova. She is going to lift the trophy. After heartbreak at the US Open, heartbreak at Wimbledon, Amanda Anisimova is going to lift the crown at the Australian Open.
Wow.
The All-American predictions. The All-American predictions.
All-American predictions. That would be an amazing story for Amanda.
Yes, it would.
Because it would be such a full circle journey.
Yep.
And it would really signal her mental strength, growth, and toughness, indeed.
1,000%. And it's going to happen. Book it. Or maybe don't book it, but like...
It's bold.
Semi-book it. The moment of truth, Haroon. And I know you're ready. So it's
ready.
time to reveal to everyone that's watching, who do you have winning the 2026 Australian Open on the men's side?
Spicy! A guy that has never let me down. He doesn't let me down. And by the way, his game is so beautiful and it doesn't get enough credit. A guy not only has one Australian Open title, not only has 2 Australian Open titles, but he's also going to have 3 Australian Open titles. Give me Yannick Sinner, the Italian stallion, Carota, the beast, the machine, the absolute monster. Yannick Sinner is going to take down everybody. It's going to be marvelous and glorious. What an amazing path this is going to be. 2026 Australian Open. Let's go, baby. Yannick!
Yannick Sinner with the three-peat. Ismail, he made his pick. It's your turn, my friend, to make your pick. So please tell everyone who you have taking home the Aussie Open trophy.
You know what? I've been thinking about this a lot, about who's my pick going to be, and I thought it was secured. I thought I had it.
A change of heart is coming.
But just deep down in my heart, just deep down in my heart, I know there's only one pick to make. There's only one pick to make. It's the man rebuilding the body. What? It's the man who's the king of down under. What? It's the man who's built for the moment. What? It's the absolute GOAT. No one's going to stop him. Let's go one more time. Novak Djokovic, baby. 25 and 26.
Wow.
First 4 rounds. No one can stop him. The draw is built perfectly for him. He owns whoever he's going to face in the quarterfinal. Yannick Sinner in the semis, right where he wants him. Beginning of the year. He's healthy and ready to go. He played Alcaraz here last year and he beat him. Let's go Novak Djokovic. 25 and 26. We believe.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's
You
good.
tricked me.
Yes.
You tricked me.
Yes, we're going there.
Oh my
We're going there. It's time. It's time. It's time. Now or never.
Wow.
If it's not now, then when? If it's not now, then when?
Yeah, I think that's the
Wow.
slogan. If not now, when? Well, I'm having a change of heart too. Because
time.
I thought I knew exactly who I was picking to win this tournament. I knew that I was convinced 1000% that this man is going to achieve this tournament this year. And I had no doubt. But you leave me no choice but to back the one,
there.
the only, the person going for history, the person who has made history, and the person that
Wow.
continues to make history every single Grand Slam he plays. The winner of the 2026 Australian Open is going to be the one, the only, the King of Kings, Carlitos Alcaraz! He is going to win the Australian Open, to become the youngest ever to complete the career slam, to remind everyone on planet Earth that he is world number one for a goddamn reason!
There we go.
King Carlos, champion at the
Wow.
Aussie Open in 2026. Book it.
King of the cajones. The man.
Cabeza, corazón, cajones.
There we go. There we go.
King
I love it.
Carlitos. Grand Slam number 7, Aussie Open number 1. Coming in 2
Wow.
weeks' time.
Amazing. Amazing. I love it.
Oh my God, I need a breather after that one.
I'm high.
a breather.
I'm high on emotion right now.
I thought you were going to go Carlitos.
I was ready to go Carlitos, but then I knew that no one was going to back Novak Djokovic in a quest that's not impossible. Sinner and Fonseca round 3, there is talk about Fonseca doing it in round 3. And that will open up the doors of heaven. The gates of heaven for Novak Djokovic in Australia.
But you believe it? The only way it's going to happen if Sinner or Alcaraz go out first, correct?
Alcaraz doesn't need to go out, to be honest. Because he might, if he gets him in the final.
One or.
It's going to be very hard to down both.
Fonseca?
But
That's weird.
I don't know. Last year, remember?
Maybe Carlitos falls early.
Remember last year in Australia, Rune had Sinner on the ropes with the fatigue.
In the sun.
And
The humidity.
you never know. School Kate stole a set in round 1.
Anything
remember.
can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
very true.
Oje Aliassime had Sinner on the ropes in the
You
US.
know also where anything can happen? In the land of make-believe. Well, we're going to see.
Let's
This is
see.
1000% exactly how I would love to see it. You made me pick Carlitos. You made me go with Carlitos.
Thank you.
Baby, go.
Thank you. That was the only way you were going to go for Carlitos.
I was going
if
Sinner.
I went to Novak.
I was going
because
Sinner.
if I went to Carlitos, you were going to Sinner, and I needed to back Djokovic. I needed to. I'm rooting for him with all my heart anyways. All my emotion. I'm with him. I'm riding. And I had heartbreak yesterday with the news saying that he's having neck issues and so forth.
It's all good. Just be TFO in straight sets.
Good. I like it. He's looking good now. This is what I need to see. I'm here. I'm here with all my heart. Novak can do it. He can do it. I believe. We believe.
You're the leader of the Novak Djokovic fan base for the next 2 weeks. Haroon for the Yannick Sinner fan base. And me for the Carlos Alcaraz fan base. Let's see how it goes. I am all in on Carlitos, on Samuel Lopez, on the Alcaraz family. I'm kind of sad because if he actually does this, then Juan Carlos Ferrero is never coming back. But let's see how it goes.
It's perfect because you were the one worried about Carlitos with
I
Juanqui.
was. But there's no way that Carlos Alcaraz, no one's picking him? No.
Thank you.
Will not allow that to happen. Carlos Alcaraz,
You did the right
You
thing.
have my vote. For 2 weeks' time, I'm your biggest fan. I love you all the time, but for 2 weeks' time, I'm your biggest
You
fan.
did the right thing. You did. I'm shaking from emotion right now. I'm absolutely shaking. I'm in my feels, but it had to be. I had to ride with Novak. It's in my heart. I'm riding with him. Tsitsipas gonna do some damage. Fonseca with all my heart. Prayers up that he's gonna show Sinner some real tennis in round 3.
I cannot wait to see how this
This is gonna be awesome, guys. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. You have to let us know in the comments who's your dark horse, who's going through, who's going home first, who's the first flight home, who's your champion, who goes further. Let us know. We read every single comment. And guys, we're going to be here after every single round. After round 1, 2, 3, and every round. Subscribe so you can see us here and let us know what you think. We'll see you after the first round. Till next time.
Let's go.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.